Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have more that's come from the whole 50 Cent versus T.I. debate, as we got T.I. getting cooked by his own people over this obsession of wanting a versus battle against 50. And you could say that 50's clout is at an all-time high, as we got another comedian coming for 50's neck, this time aimed at his endeavors in Hollywood. And we also got to hear from wrestler MJF, who spoke on what it was like working with Eminem on Happy Gilmore 2. And we got a clash out here that's got rap fans shook. Cardi B versus the Department of Homeland Security in the United States going at it on social media. And before we get to it, if you were with us for the last video, you remember that Kiss bass guitarist Gene Simmons slammed the inclusion of rap in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And while some of you expanded, Gene Simmons needs to take a freaking seat, well, he did the opposite. He doubled down on X a few hours ago, and he wants all the smoke. Interestingly, people get upset by opinions. Duh. Too bad. Fact. Rock and roll, jazz, blues and hip-hop all had roots in black music. No question about that. My question, however, is when are Led Zeppelin and AC/DC being inducted into the hip-hop Hall of Fame? And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on Gene Simmons doubling down even after he faced backlash for his beliefs. And we also got perhaps the wildest crossover this week when it comes to hip-hop beefs. This time we got Cardi B versus the DHS after news about this went viral.
If ICE come in here, we're gonna jump their asses. I got some bear mace in the back. They ain't taking my fans, bitch. Let's go.
And boy, you would think Nicki Minaj was in charge of the DHS account on X, because how did they come up with this with quickness? As long as she doesn't drug and rob our agents, we'll consider that an improvement over her past behavior.
Boy.
It became a race to the bottom as Cardi B escalated things even further by asking them about the files that must not be mentioned, like Voldemort.
That escalated quickly.
Everything certainly escalated quickly, that's for sure. And some are asking, at Grok, did Cardi B ever admit to drugging and robbing people? To which we got this response, yes.
What?
In a 2016 video that resurfaced in 2019, Cardi B admitted to drugging and robbing men while working as a stripper, saying she did it to survive. She later clarified the men were conscious and involved with her, and stated she's not proud of her past. And speaking on wild battles, while 50 Cent and T.I. went back and forth over T.I.'s obsession with a versus against 50, we got Ray Daniels out here low-key cooking his man T.I. because this reeks of desperation.
Versus battle.
Can I say something to Tip real quick? I just want to say something to Tip. Because Tip, I don't know 50, but Tip, 50 sees you as a little. Stop playing. Stop. Like, he sees you as a little. Like, I hate to say it. It's like, Tip, by the way, catalog, Tip can go head to head with 50. But 50 gonna always treat him like a little. So anytime Tip say his name, 50 gonna be like, snitch or this. No, he is.
No,
and it's like, my thing is, to me, it bothers me because we take Tip personal in the South. We take Tip personal in Atlanta. We love Tip. So it just fucks me a little. But then I can't get mad at 50 because Tip the one starting the fight. So all I can really do as a friend or and no Tip is say, yo, Tip, man, stop calling out, bro. He see you as a little boy. Sometimes people will see you not on their level. And that's what 50 is showing Tip. And maybe he's like that in Hollywood. Maybe he feels like because he gets so much money in Hollywood, he gets little boy Tip. But music-wise,
not Tip got
I think 50 and I think it's gonna be a lot harder. Don't get me wrong, 50 got those 2 albums. He got those 2 albums, but Tip got 10. And Tip was also outside playing when. That's another thing. 50 didn't do that. Tip, 50 didn't play with no friends. He only fed G Unit. This nigga have a girl record that had Mobb Deep look like straight street in the girl video.
Right.
You couldn't go get LL for that? No. Mobb Deep gonna do it. So that's so by the way, I'm glad we talking about this because that's kind of what I do for a living. I'm a coach and I'm not hurting anybody, but that is a move that Ja should have did. And if I'm Ja, I'm going back to Queens and I'm like, who's my Queens? I don't give a fuck. If one of them is trying to open up a fucking a dry cleaners, give them the money. 50,000, 100,000, give them the money. Like, Ja, you need to buy some friends.
And once again, I have to remind everyone that versus battles aren't catalog versus catalog. It is a hit battle 20 versus 20. And you don't need 20 albums to win a versus. You need 20 hits to win 20 rounds. And we got 50 out here rubbing it in. 50 Cent's Curtis album surpasses 1 billion streams on Spotify. And 50 added a caption, I thought I only had one good album, shrugs emoji. Which one of your albums got a billion streams that ain't good? Laughing emoji, because I know you got bars, lol. And while Cat Williams recently took a swipe at 50 Cent for having a square head, now we got another comedian going at 50, although there looks to be some real hate behind this one, since the comedian was even called out for being somewhat illogical.
Tyler Perry changed the game because he can do 26 shows in a week. Wrap it up, boom, give me my money. And he's getting that's a filmmaker. He needs a studio to facilitate his shit.
His writing, his
vision. He might produce this, I'm writing this, I'm acting in this. So I got 5 movies going on just this month. And then Marvel might say, hey man, we need to have your studio. We're gonna give you $14 million for having the studio for 2 weeks. Easy.
But isn't that why 50's doing it?
Nobody's giving him no money to rent some shitty movie in Shreveport.
But why? If it's a dope
because
location.
they would have did it themselves. They the one that started Atlanta.
So maybe he think he's gonna start Shreveport.
He's not a filmmaker. What if I told you I'm starting a music business in Flint, Michigan?
I'd be like,
I bought a studio.
What? I'm like, you fucking tripping.
I'm like, you fucking tripping.
I bought a studio.
I'm gonna be like Faison and lost his fucking mind. You could have just sold me that money, nigga. So why you wasting it? You can just give me the money. Everyone, I started a film industry, a music industry in Flint, Michigan. Here's my studio. We're gonna put out records. Like what? What? You could have did it at your house. Nigga, so dumb.
It has to be.
No.
Faison.
The ones that are lucrative, you don't know. Faison, I just don't see him waste so. All right.
Let me tell you this.
All right,
I've worked with him for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
I don't see him wasting no money.
He's not in the business of wasting
That's
money.
what I'm saying. No, I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
But I see what he's doing.
But what's the play?
He's building up to sell it. It's just talking. Just like,
clip farming, like.
Yes. It's like, so we talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Just like the Diddy film. Do you think he made money on that?
Yeah.
No. Where from where? You have to sell this shit.
Sold to Netflix.
For what, $5 million?
Sound like a lot of money to me, Faison.
Dave Chappelle gets $40 million for an hour stand-up. So how the fuck is Diddy
a 5-6-part series get $5 million?
But we don't know if he got $5 million. We don't know what he got.
He got $5 million and he didn't. And somebody brought it to him. Free money.
See, you come on. You thinking like a corner boy now. Yo, I only put in, I re-up. Now it's not the buy.
You talking about ex-drug dealers. That's how they make.
He's not listen to me. I never understood 50 Cent.
And let's just say that someone doesn't know the difference between a filmmaker and an executive producer. And boy, even 50's detractors aren't having it. Faison gotta be the biggest moron in the entertainment industry. 50's doing corny stuff lately, but this isn't one of them. He doesn't have to be a filmmaker. He can lease the land, property, studios to filmmakers. And I've never met anyone who wants 50 to become a Tyler Perry. They have a very different target audience and different goals in the entertainment industry. And if hating is an art, then Faison needs to quit because he was all over the place, even when he was told that 50 doesn't have a history of throwing money away. And I don't know if 50 got word about this, but he recently posted this breakdown of his investment in Shreveport.
Everyone says Hollywood is dead. So why did 50 Cent just drop
$124 million to build a movie studio? It's called the found money flywheel. This sounds insane until you understand the play. It's a genius money move you can learn from. Let's get into it. Level 1, government-backed build-out. 50 Cent is renovating 3 massive properties in Louisiana, sound stages, live venues, even a dome-style theater. Louisiana, though, they're putting up $50 million of the cost. That's 40% of the build-out. Why? Because the state understands this brings jobs, tourism, long-term tax revenue. Genius. But also more genius, when 50 sells a show to Netflix or Stars, the production budget pays rent to him. He's no longer just the producer, he's the landlord. The streamer covers the overhead, the studio becomes a profit center. So, he reduced his downside before the first dollar of revenue exists. Other people finance the risk. He owns the asset. Level 2. Studios get paid before success or failure. So studios make money even when movies flop. And here's the stat most people miss. Soundstage, rent. Equipment, rental. Post-production fees, all paid up front. The studio owner gets paid before the box office. So before streaming performance, before critics, before audience decide if it's good, he makes money. So he moved himself earlier in the cash waterfall. Earlier positions get paid more often and with less variance. 3, margins didn't die, they moved. So Hollywood isn't dying, margins are just relocating. Streamers are slashing content budgets 20 to 40%, but production volume hasn't collapsed. It's actually gotten bigger and just migrated to cheaper geographies. Tyler Perry, Atlanta. De Niro, New York. Taylor Sheridan, Texas, Montana. Mark Wahlberg, Vegas. Mr. Beast, North Carolina. When IP gets crowded, owning the fixed asset wins. So the real money isn't in making the thing, it's in owning what everyone else has to rent. That's how operators become owners. In most creative industries, the top 1% don't make money from hits. They make money from rent. So nice job, 50 Cent. If I got anything wrong, tell me.
And 50 added the caption, Hollywood is transitioning, diversity is growing, things are progressively moving in the right direction, believe it or not, all roads lead to Shreveport. And moving on, Eminem's Music to Be Murdered By recently surpassed 6.5 million albums sold globally, according to Chartmaster's estimates, and not bad for a rapper who fell off in 2002, yeah? And I'll be looking forward to your favorite songs on the album. And on Eminem, we also got to hear from MJF on working with the rapper on Happy Gilmore 2.
I think one of the biggest things that's not talked about in Happy Gilmore 2 is you beat up Eminem.
I did beat the shit out of Eminem, yeah, to Marshall Mathers.
Get on my boys. You want some smoke?
He rolls deep. He showed up on that movie set with a big crew of
Like how many are we talking about?
Probably 10, 15 dudes, and they were all like easily as big as Luchasaurus. It's like massive human beings. And I get it because he's seen some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But it was so like, I'd imagine it's no different than when a wrestling fan might see me out and about, like being next to who is arguably the greatest rapper of all time was one of the only times in my life where I was starstruck, was that moment.
At what point are you interacting with Eminem, and at what point does the stunt double come in?
I'm interacting with him the whole time. Yeah. No, there wasn't a stunt double.
When you threw him into the pond.
Yeah. That's me. That's me.
That's you, but that's not him.
What do you mean?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And this makes it even crazier that Matthew Hughes was able to reenact Bad Guy from MMLP2 in real life when he successfully broke into Eminem's home, only for him to find out that Eminem plays a little too much of Metal Gear Solid. The CQC expert held him down until the bodyguards arrived, or so we were told. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. See you on the next one.